welcome back. Let's talk about bond builders and hair, something of which I am personally involved. You know that I have suffered massively from hair breakage, and actually just recently my fringe decided to give up the ghost again, and I'm trying to find out if it's nutritional, but in the meantime I'm relying heavily on bond builders. And I should start by saying that this video is sponsored by Living Proof, who have a brand new and really rather clever bond builder that's just come onto the market, and I'm going to have a code with a gift with purchase, and it's a really good gift with purchase as well if you're tempted to try it. But Living Proof were really clever, because what they've done is they've basically said to me, do you want to discuss the history of bond builders? And I think it's really important. This video needs to be made to show why this is different and why this is the next logical conclusion in the development of bond builders and how it goes above and beyond to repair three types of bonds. Right, where do we start? Let's start with the fact that Olaplex, let's be honest here, revolutionised hair treatment and bond building because they were the original bond builders. Olaplex Zero was the product that was available on the market in the UK. So originally we had Olaplex 1 and 2, which was an in-salon treatment. And it genuinely did revolutionise hair care, let's be honest here, because it was the first time a treatment was available that bonded, reconnected the broken bonds from bleaching, sunlight, heat treatments, perms, colour, all that sort of stuff. And it works on the disulfide bonds. If you think of your hair as being a series of protein chains like this, keratin is made up of amino acids, and it's connected by disulfide bonds. And basically what this does is each layer of hair, essentially your hair is like a roof, you've got layers and layers and layers of keratin, and each layer is connected by a series of 3 different bonds. And the disulfide bonds is what Olaplex works on, and it's proven to work, and it does work. However, it tends to work only on the surface of the hair, and it also only tends to work on really damaged hair, which is fine for people like me, but it doesn't really sort of prevent damage moving forward because it tends to attach broken bonds rather than working to repair all types of bonds. Now, lots of people try to copy Olaplex, and in fact some really big beauty companies got in some trouble for trying to do it because they have a patented molecule that works within it. So the next big build up to bond builders was K18, and K18 works in a fundamentally different way. It's actually created by some people that used to work at Olaplex, and it's a peptide, and it doesn't work on the surface disulfide bonds of the hair. It actually works within the cortex of the hair to rebuild the protein bonds within the section at the center of the hair, which is where a lot of the hair strength comes from. However, a lot of people have said that it's hard to get it into the hair. It needs to be left on wet hair for at least 10-15 minutes with no conditioner, and then basically you blow dry the hair. That's what's working on in the past. 2 different products work on 2 different bonds. One works on the disulfide bonds, one works on the internal protein bonds within the hair. And then along came Living Proof, and you'll have seen some fuss around Living Proof if you're interested in bond builders. Living Proof actually works on 3 different bonds within the hair. It works on both the ionic bonds, which are the salt bonds within the hair, the covalent bonds, which is the disulfide bonds, and also the hydrogen bonds. They're the ones that you tend to break and then remend. They're very flexible bonds, and they're the ones that actually when you blow dry your hair and you style your hair into different styles. So it's working on 3 different type of bonds, not an individual bond, but 3 different type of bonds. And actually, I'm just going to drop in some pictures here. So this is my hair this morning. Apologies for the picture, but I like to keep it real. My hair does tend to get frizzy and floofy overnight. It's because it's damaged, specifically the fringe, which, as I said, recently broke off again. I think probably because I had COVID 4 months ago, and that's about the phase of hair that's breaking out. COVID, one of the side effects is damaged and thinning hair. So, well, for people like me who have vulnerable hair anyway. So this is my hair this morning. Keeping it real, 2 pumps was enough for my hair. And my advice would be, I shampooed with the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day shampoo, which is the hydration one. I actually didn't use the conditioner. You can use the conditioner before, but I didn't because I really wanted to put this new Living Proof bond builder to the test. And it's the triple bond complex. And what's interesting about it is it works on 3 different bonds within the hair. So it works on the ionic salt bonds, the covalent disulfide bonds, and the hydrogen bonds as well. But it also has biomimetic lipids in it, and this is where I'm really interesting. So you get the long-term effect of the bond building, but you get the short-term hit of hydrated, smoother hair. So here I am applying the product, 2 pumps and I would say actually keep your hair very wet, right? Don't necessarily keep it in a towel for too long. Keep your hair quite wet, apply it, and then gently detangle your hair, which is what I'm doing here. Then you've got to wait for a minimum of 10 minutes. I actually waited for 15 minutes and then I blow dried my hair, and here's the after. You can see it here in the picture here, and here it is here. So instantly my hair looks stronger and smoother. It's actually very interesting. When I use living proof shampoos and conditioners, I notice that my hair is instantly volumized. It sort of almost acts like a bodybuilding shampoo and conditioner. And I think it's because actually with a lot of traditional shampoos and conditioners, the silicone weighs it down. So my hair actually looks like its traditional non-weighted down texture. We all know that silicone basically seals the outside of the hair, so that the lipids and oils can't get into it, which is why living proof generally tend to avoid silicones. Anyway, so this is the triple bond complex, and this is the effect it's had on my hair. It has instantly made my hair feel stronger. Their research shows that hair can be up to 8 times stronger after a single use. And it's been formulated to use at least once a week. I mean, I probably might use this again next time I shampoo, but only because I want to really get as much product in as possible. And also the reason I say keep your hair quite damp is because with just 2 pumps, which isn't a lot of product, you might miss a section. So I might be tempted to even put a little bit more than 2 pumps on. I probably, with hair my length, you could probably put 3 pumps on. Lightweight, easy to use, instantly detangled my hair, instantly has given me a sense of control, but hasn't weighed my hair down. So I've still got quite a lot of body in it. I spoke to a director of research and development who explained to me the history of bond building so I could explain it to you, but also explained that this was unique because it worked on all 3 bonds. Very few products work on all 3 bonds. So it works on the surface bonds of the hair. It tries to penetrate the hair to work on the cortex of the hair. And it works on all 3 bonds, the disulfide bonds, which is the covalent bonds, the ionic bonds, and the hydrogen bonds. I think for me as well, it's given me an instant hit, because you'll notice if you use other bond builders that your hair won't necessarily feel better or look better straight away. It doesn't kind of give it shine or control or a gloss, which is why a lot of people don't really get on with bond builders, because they kind of, you're used to that instant hit of a really gorgeous penetrating oil rich conditioner. You're not going to get that. However, this does give me some sense of control. You can see my hair it looks healthier as well as feeling healthier and stronger even after a single use. And then she explained to me that the important thing was that this doesn't rely on damaged hair. Now my hair is damaged, however your hair might not be damaged. You can use it preventatively because the previous bond builders are attracted to broken bonds. This actually works to strengthen existing bonds and broken bonds, so your hair doesn't have to be damaged for it to work. But it's a phytic acid derivative, so it's the sort of high-tech version of those rice waters, which is where the original phytic acid came from. And all bond builders essentially have to have some acid in them because that's how you lift the cuticle to get the bond building in place. There's a patent pending application going on, so I can't actually tell you what the molecule is. But the interesting thing about Living Proof is when I explain my concept for this video, they let me explain the idea behind bond builders, from the original Olaplex through to Aldi and their inspired by copies. And I think the important thing to say is traditional bond builders work. We know they work. The proof is in the pudding. However, they tend to work on a single bond or a double bond. They tend not to work on all 3 bonds, which is what's unique about this. Now, what's interesting about this product is you only need 2 pumps, so it might seem like it's quite expensive, but this will go a long way and last a long time. There's also a travel size, though, if you're interested in trying it to see if it works on your hair. And if you're on a budget, my advice would be to dip your toe in and try the travel size first before you invest in the full size one. However, if you decide to invest in the full size one, I have a code, and it's for a full size product gift with purchase, and it's one of my all-time favorite products, so I'm glad that Living Proof did it. And it's the full size dry volume and texture spray, which I absolutely love. it's the best volumizing spray out there. And if you buy this full size, you will get a full size dry volume and texture spray if you use my code, which I will put here. Any questions about bond builders, let me know. Put them in the comments below, because I will try my absolute hardest to answer them. Sometimes I think you do need a PhD in chemistry to understand them. And also Michelle Labmuffin, who's always amazing and is a really good friend of mine, will help you answer them. If you want to do a deep dive into the existing bond building products, and I'm sure Living Proof will come on our radar soon, go follow Lab Muffin Beauty Science. She's amazing on here. So that's my take on the 3 generations of bond builders. I do think that Living Proof is new and it works on 3 different bonds. So I'm going to certainly go away and test it again, probably later on this week. I'm trying not to wash my hair so much. Not that washing is damaging for your hair, but that because I straighten my hair and style my hair, it's that's the damaging thing. So I'm going to sort of stick with this for the next at least 2 or 3 washes and see how long it lasts. But I noticed straight away after 1 wash that less of my hair was breaking off. I don't know about you, but I tend to get those little bits that break off when I blow dry my hair, particularly from bits here that sort of at the end are obviously at least 2 or 3 years old. But it's definitely improved my fringe strength, even in a single application, and that's impressive. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. What would you like me to do? I feel like we're coming into autumn now, so I feel like it's time to sort of repair the damage that we've done to our hair and our bodies and our skin over the summer, because it's been a long, hot summer. Let me know what you want in the comments below.